Hello, mermaid. Are you really a real mermaid?
Yeah, of course.
Whoa!
Have you guys seen my friend the otter?
No.
They like clean water where they get lots of good fish. So I'm a little worried because I haven't seen them for a while.
Oh no!
Well, I'm going on a quest to see if I can find my otter friend. Wish me luck!
She's dived down. There she is again! Whoa! Whoa! She really is a mermaid!
I have. There's one about half a mile downstream.
Oh. Johnny, thank you so much for meeting me here as I mermaid down the Avon with my poo sculpture. You've been doing a lot of work here in Worley with river pollution. What's the situation here?
I found out that there's poo in our river and I thought that's not okay. Our local sewage company, who's paid to process it, is pumping raw sewage in our rivers. So I thought we should do something about that.
Did you discover any in the water?
So you don't see the poos in the river, not like your poo. When we were down here, kids were getting sick, and I looked into why is that then? That it's legal for the sewage companies to pump raw poo into our rivers, and everyone who uses Worley Weir thinks there shouldn't be poo in the river. You know, do you want poo in your river or do you not want poo in your river? I think everyone agrees, no poo in the river, please.
How are you doing that? What's going on?
So now it's activist time. We need to get attention from the people and the public and the government to try and change those rules so they're not allowed to put poo in the rivers anymore.
Kissy poo. Sorry, Nan. Michelle! What are you doing, Michelle?
Well, I've been just taking a water sample to test for levels of bacteria that comes from poo.
And what is the problem with poo being in the water?
So we've got lots of problems in our rivers. Only a very small amount of them are in healthy condition, only about 14%. A lot of the problem is coming from sewage and also from farm runoff as well.
River pollution might be why I haven't seen my otter friend.
Otters will survive better where there's clean water. And if we've got pollution in here and it's killing off the insect life, that will also kill off the fish, and that will mean there's less food for the otters. So we want to clean up and protect the whole ecosystem.
What if the results aren't very good?
Oh, well, I have this tussle all the time. I swim outdoors a lot. You've just got to take your own judgment into account. There's so many benefits of swimming outdoors and being in nature. And if we make our rivers a no-go zone, nobody's going to care about them and nobody's going to notice when the otters disappear in the wildlife, isn't there?
So there is potential for us using our voices to do something.
And we need to fight to protect it, and we need to tell water companies and government and farmers that we do care what's going into the water. Well, we can still do something about it. It's not too late.
Oh, if I were an otter, I'd be a river otter, swimming in the Indigo Creek. If I were an otter, I'd be a river otter, swimming in the Indigo Creek. The Indigo Creek is cool and clear, otters swimming all around. If I were an otter, I'd be a river otter, swimming in the Indigo, where the otters love to go, swimming in the Indigo Creek.
come aboard for a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
I'll just get the kettle on.
Okay.
Tea for the swimmer.
Ah, thank you. Eddie, what do you think about my poo?
It's got a lovely smiley face. I like that. It doesn't come close in size to the amount of poo it must have gone in this river over the years. On a boat, you do see stuff floating past. The wet wipes are the evidence.
And that can only come from sewage, can't it?
Sewage, yeah. And I do swim in the water, but I don't know why.
Eddie, have you seen any otters around?
I've seen otters only twice in the last 2 years. There was a full moon, they kind of popped in and out. It was lovely.
Where's the poo?
Where is the poo?
Oh no.
Oh,
Where's
it's
my poo?
it's there. Don't worry, it's there. Okay.
Get there.
Thank you.
So my poo is gone. Who would know that we're doing anything about poo in the river?
Poo rescue.
I've been a bit sick this morning. So clenching my abs, mermaiding and laughing isn't ideal for someone who's been yakking their guts up.
Why do you think you might be sick?
I might have picked up something from Bath because the water was pretty grim. So I'm just going to start with front crawl.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, I wonder if the water is minging.
It could well be. Oh,
my tummy.
Everyone in the world who does freshwater watch uses these same kits.
Yeah.
The pinker they are after the time's gone, the more nitrates and phosphates are in the water. People who've used this method here can compare it to the data that's being collected all over the world.
And they're a part of global citizen science.
Yep.
Wow.
The nitrate.
Between 5 and 10?
Yep.
So that's not good, is it?
But we can put it into the atom and it'll tell us. Your data set indicates this water body has a poor ecological status.
If it's bad for the fish, then it's bad for the otters.
Exactly. The fact that these have come out so high here is quite worrying for the wildlife, to be honest.
I think I'm going to call it quits today after this evidence and being sick.
You look like you want to hibernate.
Like 5 out of 10, which is not good.
a lot darker than that.
Hello. 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 What are you guys up to?
Testing the water quality in the water.
And how does it look?
Bad.
Oh no. So why do you do citizen science?
Because in science it can help you figure out stuff that's in the water, in the air, or that's polluting everything. So that if we didn't have nature, then how are we meant to live?
Oh, thank you so much for looking after my river.
Bye.
Wish me luck.
Oh, good luck. Good luck.
You are what I'm looking for.
I am today, yes.
Have you seen anything yet?
Not today, no, unfortunately.
Now, I haven't seen anything on the whole of my journey. Do you think that's to do with river pollution?
It could be. It's difficult to see them now, but if you went back to the 70s, you know, at the times I would spend on the river, you know, you just never ever thought you would see one.
They did almost disappear before, didn't they?
Yes, sadly.
What happened there?
The really harmful pesticides that were being used to spray on our crops were leaching into the waterways. They were affecting human health, so they were banned. We started to see quite a growth in the numbers of otters from the 70s onwards.
If we were able to bring them back before, do you think we can do something about river pollution today?
We got a way to go, but as long as there are people around that love otters, like me, you know, if we see things that we don't like, then we challenge it.
So people can even become otter spotters?
Yes, and take an interest in your local river, and if you see anything that you think is pollution, then report it.
So you're hopeful for the otters and our river health?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, wish me luck
Okay.
in seeing an otter for the rest of my journey.
I hope you see one. Take care. Bye.
I know what I'm looking for. You are what I'm looking for.
Let's dive in the water. Let's dive, dive. Let's dive in the water. Let's dive, dive. Let's dive, dive. So let's dive in the water. 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 'Cause my mind in the water. Let's dive in the water. Let's dive in the water. 'Cause my mind in the water. Let's dive, dive. Oh, if I were an otter, I'd be a river otter, swimming in the Indigo Creek. If I were an otter, I'd be a river otter, swimming in the Indigo Creek. The Indigo Creek is cool and clear, and there's otters swimming all around. And the rocks that make up its shore are certainly sacred ground. So if I were an otter, I'd be a river otter, swimming in the Indigo Creek. If I were an otter, I'd be a river otter, swimming in the Indigo, where the otters love to go, swimming in the Indigo Creek.